The Egyptian flag has changed many times throughout its lengthy history, but it was not until 1915 that the first national flag was established. The country's current national flag was officially adopted on October 4, 1984. The flag is composed of red, white, and black horizontal stripes. There is also a gold eagle of Saladin located on the center of the flag, which sits on a gold scroll that writes out Egypt in Arabic script. Ancient Egypt, one of the world's first civilizations to exist around 3000 BCE, was located along the Nile River and expanded in width over the centuries. Today, Egypt is located on the northeast coast of Africa. The seas that border the country is Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Red Sea to the east. The countries that border Egypt are Libya to the west and Sudan to the south. The 2019 birth rate in Egypt is 25.957 per 1,000 people in the population. This is a 2.19% decline since last year. The death rate has also declined since 2018 by 0.43%, meaning that the current death rate is 5.808 deaths per 1,000 people. The official language of Egypt is the modern Standard Arabic. Although this language is taught in schools and utilized for official documents, there are many different vernacular dialects. The vernacular dialects differ depending on the region of Egypt. For instance, the dialect of Cairo is also used throughout the towns of the Delta, but differs profoundly from the vernacular used in the rural areas of Egypt. Other languages, such as English and French, are widely used as a second language throughout the country due to foreign relationships in foreign language schools. In 1971, the Constitution stated Islam as the official religion of Egypt. A majority of the Muslimic community follow the Sunni branch. Although 90% of the population is Muslim, the remaining 10% is Christian. The most popular branch of Christianity in Egypt is Coptic Orthodox Church, followed by Catholicism. Cairo, created more than 1,000 years ago, is the capital city of Egypt. It is located at the northeast region of the country along the Nile River. It is one of the largest cities in Africa and the most populated in Egypt. The 83 square miles of land is home to 12 million people. Although Egypt was one of the world's oldest civilizations, it was not until February 28, 1922, when it received its independence from Britain.
Ever since the Egyptian Revolution in 2011, Egypt has been a republic. A republic is where a state has its most power in government through its elected officials and representatives. The president of Egypt is elected every 6 terms. This differs from a monarch where there is an emperor or queen and where the people of the state have little expression. Prior to the revolution, Egypt's government has been a monarchy. Fun fact, Egypt's parliament is the oldest in Africa and the Middle East. Egyptians use its constitution as a fundamental law. The current head of state, Abdel Fattah Said Hussein Khalil, was born in Cairo on November 19, 1954. He was elected president on June 8, 2014. At a young age, the president attended a military academy. As such, his passions for military and defense were developed. Before Sisi's presidency, Sisi was elected former director of military intelligence and former minister of defense. Egypt is the 62nd largest export economy in the world. Its top exports are petroleum, gold, nitrogenous fertilizer, and insulated wire, all contributing over $5 billion. Items such as wheat and petroleum gas are used for imports. They both constitute 12.1% of Egypt's total imports. Egypt often trades with Italy, Turkey, US, Germany, China, and Russia. Moses, born in Egypt in 1391, is a famous figure in Egypt's culture. He led the Jews out of slavery and depression. By having strong faith in God, Moses is seen as a teacher and a leader for many religious people. Nefertiti, the royal wife of Akhenaten, was queen during 1370 and 1330 BC. Nefertiti was known for her strong worship of the sun god. During her reign, Nefertiti brought great wealth to the country of Egypt. Nefertiti was also called Lady of Grace, Sweet of Love, and Great of Praises. Nelly Karim, an Egyptian actress, model, and ballerina, is another famous woman of Egyptian culture. Born on December 18, 1974, Nelly is known for her feministic beliefs. Popular dishes. Kashari is the national dish of Egypt. This dish is often served in Egyptian homes and restaurants. Koshari consists of lentils, macaroni, noodles, and rice, often served with a spicy tomato sauce. Fatah is another famous dish of Egypt. It consists of bread, rice, meat, and tomato sauce. This dish is often prepared at big feasts and celebrations. Egypt's geography is mainly sand dunes with dry deserts. A major geographical landmark of Egypt is the Nile River and Mount Catherine. The Nile River flows from the middle of Egypt to the middle of the Mediterranean Sea and is approximately 5 to 10 miles. Near the Nile River, Egypt has very fertile land, such as high mountains and plateaus that are rich for agricultural purposes. Mount Catherine, 8,652 feet, is the highest point of Egypt. The lowest point of Egypt is the Qattara Depression at negative 436 feet. As for current events, on September 28, 2019, Egypt's political climate has been in an uproar. When current President Mr. al-Sisi traveled to the United Nations Assembly, many of the country protested against his strict demands. President al-Sisi has been president since 2013. Many Egyptians believe that Egypt's government is corrupt and are asking the president to leave. With the strict demands around free speech and expression, Egyptians of today feel repressed. The national flower of Egypt is the lotus. Along with this plant, Egypt's national flora and fauna are plants such as papyrus, date palms, and citrus groves. Eucalyptus and cypress have been introduced. Along with 300 types of birds, sheep, goats, jackal, hyena, mongoose, camels, and donkeys are natural inhabitants of the country.